I'm very lucky to have a friend of mine in today. His name is Phil Town. He is the New York Times #1 bestselling author of Rule Number 1 and also another book called Payback Time. We're going to talk about money today. So thanks for being here for the second interview.
Pleasure.
All right.
Great to see you again.
So
10 minutes later.
Yeah, it is. I know, barely. So here's the first question that I have for you. It's very, very important, and it is, tell us something strange, unusual, or bizarre about you nobody else knows about.
Oh, man, Mike. Oh, man. That nobody else knows about.
Well, maybe your wife.
Okay, well, my wife knows bizarre and strange things about me for sure. Okay, here's one. I play polo, all right? A lot of people know that. And I have a polo team. And in January, I got hit hard on horseback and broke my number 9 vertebrae. T9 vertebrae broke.
Oh.
And I didn't know it was broken. I thought I had a rib out. And I kept playing this really rough sport for another 3 weeks, which was incredibly stupid. I was playing with a broken back for another 3 weeks. And finally, the pain got to a place where I think I had to go get an MRI and found out it was broken. And they said, my God, you're lucky you're not paralyzed. So that was bizarre and strange and stupid all at once.
At the same time. Well, that's a good one.
And
it didn't take you long to come up with that.
Well, thank you. It's a terrible question. You should never ask somebody that.
I know, well, that's why I do it. It's designed to make you, to put you at ease, you see. Oh. So how do you like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thanks. So we're going to talk about money, and we're going to do rapid fire, because we did the extended interview that's part of the podcast right now.
All right.
I can't help but ask this one, too, which is, give me the short commercial, who's Phil Town? Why should we listen to him when it comes to money and investing? Okay,
cool. Well, I think the main reason to listen to me about this is because I'm part of a really, really smart, really super rich extended family that Warren Buffett is the grand uncle of. So we call him Uncle Warren, and Charlie Munger, Uncle Charlie, and other great investors that are following a very clear set of principles about investing that has made all of us wealthy in terms of millionaires and billionaires. And there's really a lot of us. And the reason I say this in those terms, Mike, of extended family is that the reason people don't have money, it's not by blood, it's by, a family of people who know how to do it. And when you get invited into this family of people who know how to do it and have been doing it for 85 years and are among the richest people in the world, you've got a family that can help you get wealthy if you just do what they tell you to do. And so that's what you should know about me, is that I'm part of that family, and that's what we teach people how to do.
All right, and in the extended interview, which we'll send everyone to, one of the things that we did is we provided excerpts of your book so people can kind of get in and actually start learning quickly. But I thought right now we'd talk about some big nuggets right now, which I want to ask you about: safe investments, unsafe investments, and how real is the next big crash? So we're going to kind of revolve around that, but we're going to do a rapid fire. So right now, when you're looking at, and someone says, Phil, I just want some investment advice, what's safe right now, what's unsafe, or should I get involved in the market at all? Okay,
the answer is the same across all markets at all times for our kind of investing. What this family would tell you is that don't worry about the market so much. There are some reasons we'd want to look at it, but in general, what you're looking for is a wonderful business that you can buy when it's on sale. So this is the key criteria. On sale means this is a business that's worth $10 and you're getting it for $5. And if you can do that, no matter what the market is, you should do it, okay? So in this market right now, we're in a dangerous market, absolutely dangerous, extremely overvalued, but there are little nuggets of parts of this market that are on sale. So if you know about those areas, you can go there and find bargains. You do that whether you're in the Depression, whether you're in World War II, whether you're in, whatever the era is, inflation, deflation, doesn't matter. You're just going to look for the same thing and be patient till you find it.
Okay. And when we talk about these things, so again, as of right now that we're doing this interview right now, are there some things that you've been watching personally that are really interesting to you, either a specific market category or even specific companies that are really good deals, and why? So I'm looking for like a specific story just to kind of extend some of your wisdom and knowledge.
Okay, great. So really, to figure out where you should be looking, you want to do two things. Number one, understand, am I capable of understanding these kinds of businesses, right? So if you're not, then just stay away from that area. And the other thing you're looking for is what's on the front page in terms of bad news. All right? So it's pretty easy to see bad news on the newspapers about the oil industry. Massive bad news. The oil industry used to have, like, oil was at $120 a barrel. Then it went to $25 or something, $29. Now it's at $40. I mean, this is all front page news. This isn't a secret that oil and big oil is in trouble all over the world. Now, you've got to match up your value system. So some people are listening to this would be like, I would never own an oil company. Great.
Because they're evil.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Great.
They kill seals.
Great. Okay. If that's your value set, then you got to vote your money. Right? I mean, one of the things that's my biggest pet peeve is that people are handing their money over to fund managers and letting them buy the oil company and then pretending it's fine. You know, I don't love oil and I would never buy gas.
Kind of like hiring a hitman, right?
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You know, well, check out the rules of karma. You might find you did. You know, you reap what you sow. So it's important, I think, to join a revolution of people who are like me, who are saying, look, you want to change the world, you can go protest on the streets, or you can stop buying these companies that are horrible. Quit buying the ones you don't like, all right? Now, I'm not telling you what your value should be. Warren Buffett loves Coca-Cola, and he buys Coke stock. He loves Dairy Queen, he owns Dairy Queen, he loves all this burgers and Coke. Okay, great. Well, I personally think Coca-Cola is horrible because they are producing sugar all over, the diabetes and everything.
Yeah,
Horrible, horrible, horrible. So I wouldn't buy Coke. Buffett buys Coke, all right? Now, I buy Whole Foods. I'm a Whole Foods guy. That's where I shop. I love what they're doing.
You crunch when you walk. I get it.
Exactly. I got granola in my shorts.
Yeah,
exactly. So I'm buying Whole Foods. Buffett goes, he says, you know, I went to Whole Foods and nobody's smiling at Whole Foods. Coke makes me smile.
Huh.
So there's this, we're voting our values and their different values. All I'm telling you is vote your values, okay? So that's the key thing. All right, where was I? We were talking about
I was talking about, give me an example and a story, but you know what I'm going to do right now? It turns out that we've got someone in our building who wants to ask you a couple questions. And we'll go back and we'll be able to actually answer this question.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi. Hi, it's you. I just can't believe you popped in today. I have so many, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have so many questions for you, but can you hold on for a minute?
Sure.
Let me take care of some people here.
You need a hand really quick?
Oh my God, that'd be great. Get
Come on,
on
all
back
right,
here,
come on.
Phil.
So the basics are, get involved in businesses you understand, and buy them only businesses that have a really, really good protection against competition.
Sure.
Like you do here. You own this whole thing. You got a moat.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
And then make sure management's good, like they're
Perfect.
honest, and then buy them on sale.
Absolutely.
And that's it. You just buy them on sale. That's the number one thing.
Absolutely. Get a
Three
good deal.
most important words. Margin of safety.
Hey, Phil.
Mike, I'm back.
All right. How'd it go down there?
This just went great.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you've got a big fan.
She's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly people can get onto this stuff.
Yeah,
actually.
you know what?
Pretty
That's
cool.
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
So now that you've had some time away and you had a little vacation, I want my question answered. You said you had a hot stock tip for me.
Yeah. Well, I have a hot stock area for you to take a look at, because one of the things we learned.
Let's just pretend I have no morals whatsoever.
All right, fine. And we're gonna buy the thing that's gonna make the money.
That's what we care about.
All right. So we know we've had this huge drop in oil prices, and as a result, a lot of oil companies have failed. We're going to see about 50% of the oil companies in America will fail and go bankrupt by the end of this year. And so coming up, yeah, shocking, I know. But when things go in a bubble, oil went into a bubble, people leverage up, and when they do, they get too much debt, and when it comes back down again, they're gone. So what happens is you end up with a lot fewer oil companies, a lot less drilling, and oil prices stabilize and start back up again.
Right.
We want to buy into companies that are going through an event like that, where something has caused a reasonably short-term problem for their earnings, because Wall Street cannot stand anything that's going to be a problem longer than a year or so.
Right.
So everybody sees this as a big problem. They've sold off the oil companies. They're down 50% from where they were. Some are down much, much farther than that. So if you want some really easy pickings, you just go find a great company in the oil industry right now that's on sale, buy it, forget it, talk to them in 20 years, you'll be great.
That long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to be making money the whole
But how do
way.
we know which one's going to puke or die, or which one's going to succeed?
You do what's called the 4 M's, and we talk about that in our books. And we walk you right through in the books. It's basically you're looking at understanding the business, so you understand how oil works. They drill it, they pump it, and it goes to gas. All right. Second, you got to make sure they have some kind of a moat. So you're looking for these oil companies that have the biggest brands, right? Then the third thing is you're looking for very, very low debt. So you want companies with very low debt, very big brand, and you're going to end up with one of the big companies, and they're going to benefit from all of this. Then you want really good management, again, back to the big companies. So it's not rocket science. They just turn out to be some of the best companies in the world that are on sale right now.
It's fantastic. So I'm going to ask you one other question besides two things. First of all, number one, again, check out, Phil's got some great gifts that get you down the path, which is at mrbz.com/Phil. The other thing is make sure you check out our extended interview, because we go deep in the philosophy and how Phil thinks, which really, this is a mindset game. I mean, that's really my big takeaway from talking to you today. So I'm curious about, from your point of view, getting back into mindset, what's one of your biggest time savers? What enables you to do what you do and get as much done as you do? I'm thinking an app, a tool, a resource that you use on a regular basis.
Sure.
What's one of those things?
Well, I'll tell you, the internet's changed everything in my world, right? So from 1980, when I got started, till now, it's night and day. I mean, what I can do now, literally in 2 seconds, used to take me 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, talk about the information revolution. It really lands on our plate as an individual small investor.
So what's a specific example of that? What do you got?
Here's like we built a tool set called rule1investing.com that tracks companies the way we want to see them and saves us just piles of Excel spreadsheet work, right? The math is already done for us. So I built it for me, and then we open it up so the public can get in there too and play around with it. And this saves me probably, I would guess, probably a month per company. Like, so in other words, in 30 days, I can do more than I could have done in 3 or 4 years.
In terms of analysis, research, and picking and selecting out your companies.
And it's democratized investing dramatically, because along with the change in the internet, bringing all of this information to us as individual investors, comes the demand from the SEC that the companies provide the data at the same time to you and me as they do to the hedge fund guys or to the institutional guys. And that's changed everything, Mike. Now, a small investor spending a little bit of time at home can do more than a fund manager used to be able to do in weeks and weeks of work back just 30 years ago. So here's what changed. They're still saying what they said 30 years ago, which is this is hard. You need to spend all your time doing it, all of those things they want to tell you so they can keep hanging on to your money, okay? But the internet's changed everything. Tools have changed everything. So, I mean, just Google, I love our tool set, which we call it the Rule 1 Toolbox at rule1investing.com. And then the charting programs that are on your broker. Oh my gosh, they're so good. We used to pay thousands of dollars to get this kind of data and charting systems.
And now it's all
they
free.
are free.
Yeah.
They are free.
Crazy good.
Yeah, crazy good stuff.
All right, good tips. And I honestly didn't expect the shameless plug out of you. That's good though.
That wasn't shameless.
It was good.
Did I blush when I did it?
No, not yet, but you did now. It's good. All right, so there's two big walkaways for you. One is check out the extended interview that Phil and I did right before this one. The other one is head on over to mrbz.com/Phil. Get the excerpts. This way you don't even have to read the whole books, and you can start using and implementing this information, some of the ideas, as you go out and get some good deals and make some money too. So thanks a ton, Phil. My mouth got ahead of my head there. Appreciate you.
It's a pleasure, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, it's been a blast.
All right, see ya.
All right.